Well, hello there, and welcome back to another episode of Dad Duty Done Right. Now, today we're actually not going to be outside. It's pretty rainy and gloomy here in Florida. I don't know if y'all can tell from the outside. Um, and behind me, you're actually standing in my kitchen today. So, what we're going to do today is we're actually over here to my right side here in a second. I'm going to show you, we're going to be doing a little maintenance on the dishwasher. Now, dishwashers we use in our house pretty heavily, and it's always good to do maintenance on it. It's always good to take it apart, making sure that these little nozzle sprays, since we're in an area where there's a lot of hard water, where the nozzle sprays are, make sure they're cleared and they're clean. Also, the filter in there, because there's a filter at the bottom that over time it gets clogged up. Now, these dishwashers specifically, their filter actually comes sealed. You cannot open it. So over time, you can try to watch it as best as you can, but over time, unfortunately, it gets clogged up and you may have to purchase a new one. They're not that expensive. I'll also put the link in the description for that. That way you guys can find it. Now that filter though is going to be for that link in the description is going to be for you guys to find if you want certain parts for your dishwasher. But obviously, I'm not going to put the link in there for the actual filter for mine. I'm just going to put it for you guys, so if you do need to find parts for it, you can access it through that website. Now, today we're going to be taking apart, cleaning everything out, making sure we do proper maintenance on it. And then at the end of the video, I'll share with you some more tips, and I'll also share with you some things that you can do and also buy to maintain the cleanliness inside the dishwasher, because over time, food, the dishwashing pods, all of that layer can start to accumulate in the corners of the dishwasher. And it can make it work not so efficiently, and they can leave food stains and food residue in the glass or in your forks and stuff like that. All right, we're going to go ahead and move over here, and I'm going to go ahead and show you how we get this puppy ready. Alrighty. Alrighty, so this is my dishwasher here. This is Maytag brand dishwasher. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and lower this right here. To remove the top rack, I don't know if y'all can see in the video there, it rides on these two little wheels here, and there's a clip right here, right? Now, for us, that clip there holds this rack from flying all the way out on the rails. Now, this one, unfortunately, over time, over use, this clip right here broke off. It kind of dry rotted, and it got really just worn down, and it actually snapped off. So this one here, I'm going to show you and demonstrate what it does. So if you pull the rack all the way back, as you can see there in the corner, it actually stops the wheel from actually rolling forward. Let me just move my camera here so y'all can see. Right here. It actually moves, and it doesn't let it go forward. So to undo this, there's a little tab down here. You're going to go ahead and push that tab, and you're just going to squeeze up when you push it, okay? Now be gentle with it, because then we don't want to break the other one that we have. There you go. Little by little. Because over time, these tabs, man, they get really worn down and really plasticky, and it does not come up. Let's see here. So patience is key. So if you actually come from the underside on this side right here, you can also get a better view, and you're just going to stick your finger in there, and you're just going to make sure both of these are pressed, because there's one on top and one in the bottom. And once they're pressed, they slide out just like that. So it rests like this. You're going to go in from the inside, press here, and push up. And then it should completely slide out with no problem. There you go. Now, the upper nozzle, as you can see here, bring that over right here. Over time, there is corrosion that builds up. This one has a little bit on the side right here. So that's like food, that's just a bunch of stuff that builds up over time. Although the actual area where the water goes through is actually pretty clear and clean. So this is actually good. We don't need to do a lot to this. Now the bottom of this one here, this area right here, right? There's a little wheel there that we can actually unscrew like this, and it comes off. There you go. Not a lot of residue in there either. That was pretty well kept. And then we always make sure these little nozzles are clear, since there's an area of high, minerality or a lot of hard water in this area. We want to make sure it's clear. This one as well is clear, and so is this area here. So we're going to put this back on here. Same way we put it on is the same way we're gonna take it off. Just like this. Here we go. There we go. Right on there. And we're gonna go ahead and place this to the side and continue on to the next one. Alrighty, so for the bottom one, it just slides out completely. All the way out. You just lift it up and put it right here on top of my island. And then I'm gonna go ahead and unmount the camera. We're gonna go ahead and get in there in the actual guts of the washing machine. Alrighty, I'm gonna go ahead and remove the camera. That way I can view a closer look here. What we're actually looking at. There you go. I'm gonna come over here on this side. Make sure you push these in so you don't run into them. So underneath here, there's another nozzle. To show you, go ahead and remove this. There's another sprayer up here that is fed from water that comes through down here all the way up. This right here is for the rack on the top, and then this one right here is for the this water here feeds the top, and then the sprayer that we saw also hits the dishes from the bottom with water. All right, now to remove this here, to check for it, there's two little clips right here on the side. All you want to do is just come in and push one to the side and then one to the other, and it comes completely off. Again, clips there. They clip in like that, and all you got to do is just flip this up and they come out. Alrighty, now for the one for the bottom, we're gonna begin by removing this here. There's a little twist off here, the same as the top. You're just gonna push and remove. As you can see, that in there is actually pretty clean. And then we're gonna start getting in there. You can already see the filter here on the side. It's actually pretty full of stuff, so it's good that we're doing this today. Alrighty, now to remove this itself, there's clips right here that clip onto the side of this right here. So, clip here. So all you gotta do is just gonna push it this way and then bring it down and up. Pretty simple. It clamps on with pressure. So if you really pressure on one side, it comes all the way up. Alrighty, so next we wanna go ahead and we wanna remove these two clips right here for the tube that feeds to the top. So you're gonna get your fingers in there. Make sure you got a little bit of leverage. I'm gonna go ahead and poke the camera here on the bipod again. That way you guys can see me doing this. Alrighty, so right here, you're gonna push this to the side, and then you're gonna unclip this here. And then there's clips here on the side as well. You want to also remove those. That way all of this comes out all in one piece. Alright, so clips here. See these little tabs? They clip onto this right here at the back. And there is some food residue left in the back over there. I don't know if y'all can see it. Right here in that area there. So this up here is actually pretty clear. There is some residue. There is some lime scale and some built-up stuff up here, which we're going to go ahead and remove as well. We're going to go ahead and put that to the side. And then we're going to go ahead and start removing the filter. Now, to remove this filter, it clips on there, but over time, it starts to get worn down, and it's pretty easy to remove, so you just lift up. So on this, you just lift up. These little tabs here and these little spikes will go and hook on. I'll show you right now. Put it back so y'all can see it. Let's see here. If I can get it to go back in there. There we go. Right there. So all you gotta do is just come in and pull it out. All right. This area here, you want to go ahead and remove this as well. Here. Making sure there's nothing stuck in there. Nothing that can clog that area there. And this right here is your filter. And as you can see, this filter has a lot of built up stuff. There you go, especially on the inside. this fine filter here. Now this does not come off. This does not get removed. It comes as one part. You can buy these online and replace them. And I'm just going to show you how to wash them as best as you can. That way, if you don't have the money, or if you really just don't have the time to buy one right now, you can just clean it and it can extend the life of your dishwasher a little longer. All right, now to clear this up, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves some degreaser. I like to use this one here. It's pretty not, well, it is eco-friendly, but it's actually pretty good at getting grease. If not, you can get yourself some water with some vinegar, and it works just as fine. We're going to go ahead and put the water on not too hot, but slightly hot. While that gets to temperature, we're going to go ahead and start spraying this here right on that seam to get that all out of there. We're going to go ahead and let it soak. That way it does its job. And then we're going to go ahead and turn this around. Do the same thing to this part right here. Spray some of that in there as well. And the outside as well too. Now if this here doesn't come out when you do it the first time, all that built up grease, then what you can do is just take a bit of paper towel and just go ahead and remove it. All right, go ahead and get some more of that in there. There we go. Alrighty. Now let's go ahead and do the back part first to see if it comes out with the hot water. If not, then we'll just go ahead and take the the paper towel that we mentioned, and we're gonna go ahead and clean it. Okay. There we go. Switch it over to a little spray mode here, and as you can see, it's actually coming out pretty well. So, like I said, it's a Method brand degreaser. As you can see there, look at that. Almost all of it came out. I'm going to go ahead and just reapply a little bit more. Just to make sure that all this is nice and clean. Spray some more in there. Spray some more in there as well. There we go. Just going to rub up the area there on top of the actual filter screen itself. Now you can put gloves on if you want. I don't like to put gloves on because I like to feel what I'm doing. There we go. There we go. Make sure that the degreaser is working. Now, if you got yourself a sponge, go ahead and grab it. Make sure you get some warm water in there a little bit and just start working all around that filter. Now again, we're not experts in this channel. We're not professionals. We're just trying to do the best thing we can with what we have. There we go. Look at that. Beautiful. All that crud coming out of there. Alrighty. Then we're gonna go ahead and blast the top of this too. There we go. There we go. All right. Now I do have my the water here running on hot. I've had a few injuries over the years in my hands with burning them. So at this point, I already have very low sensitivity. Well, I don't have any sensitivity to heat at all whatsoever. And then we're just going to go ahead and putting some water inside that screen area so that we can start draining it. So this is where it drains by over here. So go ahead and put water on this side and slowly just tilt it over so it can come out through that little opening, okay? There we go. Go ahead and switch over to the other setting here. Start blasting some water through there. Again, you're not going to get all of it out. But we do want to leave it better than we got it. We do want to leave it better than we started off with. There we go. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Alrighty. Now these particles here that are in there, unfortunately, you cannot get those out. I've tried so many times. I actually used a cheaper brand of dishwashing pods a while back, and that's all of it in there. It does not get removed. There's also food particles and a bunch of other stuff in there that over time, like I said, this filter, you cannot open it. You just got to replace it. But as you can see there, it does look a heck of a lot better than what we actually started off with. Alrighty, go ahead and dry my hands here, and we'll move on to the next part. Alrighty, now for our next part, this one down here that we put to the side, we're gonna go ahead and take that one out. That one's actually pretty clean. It doesn't have anything built up on it. This one here, on the other hand, as you can see, does have some built up crud on it. We're gonna go ahead and take that one out as well, or remove these by hand. We're gonna go ahead and do the same thing. I'm not gonna show you, I'm just gonna do it off camera, but I'm just gonna spray some degreaser on it and do the same thing that we did to the actual filter itself. Alrighty, now that we clean both of those parts, we're gonna go ahead and start reassembling all of this. This part right here, which is kind of like a bigger sifter, I think, if I'm not mistaken, and sifts out like larger objects. We're gonna go ahead and just slide that one in there. This part goes right here, right there. Alrighty, so now that we put this back part right on top, we're gonna go ahead and start assembling the water chute for the upstairs here. Go ahead and bring it over. Remember, clips up against the wall there. Little by little, just position everything. There you go. First one there, clipped in. Second one there, clipped in. And third one there, clipped in. There we go, all secured. We're gonna go ahead and take our bottom sprayer. Remember this one with the clips here on each side. Just like that. I don't know if you heard that snap in there. That's the way it's supposed to make a sound. There you go. It's a little loose, but it's on there. Wheel down here. There you go. All assembled. We're gonna go ahead and bring in our little racks here. First one goes in. And then second one goes in. Make sure you align the wheels with the rails there so they go in. There we go. And then you're just going to pull these rails out just little by little. That way it gives you enough leverage and room to come in with that clip. Just go ahead and install it. There you go. All finished. So now what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take some white vinegar, and I'm also going to take some degreaser. Now this white vinegar and degreaser that I'm going to take here, there you go. So I don't have any white vinegar, so I'm just going to put a little bit of it's not apple cider vinegar, but it's a type of cherry acidic vinegar that I like to use to clean as well. And then I'm going to use the degreaser that we used before as well, just to spray it in there. There we go. Right in there. Alrighty. Especially in those corners there. There we go. Alrighty. We're going to go ahead and close it, because we're actually going to set it to run for a cycle. And then I always have mine on locked on the controls since I have kids. I don't want them to be pressing buttons and doing God knows what. We're just going to do a little quick rinse here, quick. Actually, we're going to do light, because that one's the one that uses the heated dry. Get out of here, kitty. And then we're going to go ahead and hit start. Lock these controls. I want the kids getting in there. And there he goes. It started. Alrighty, well, that's it. Now the dishwasher is going to run a light cycle. It has the heating sanitizing in it as well. That way it can clean it out. And then if you do that maybe once a month, it will keep the dishwasher running correctly and running the way it's supposed to run. There are a lot of dishwashing tablets out there. I'll put that on the link in the description that you can go and buy these. But like I said, we do what we can with what we have at hand. Little vinegar, little degreaser, set it to light cycle, and it should keep it pretty clean. Making sure we remove all that gunk, all that built up, all that residue in the bottom of that over time will extend the life and the lifetime of the dishwasher. As well as making sure that over time, when that filter does get overfilled, then you really can't clean it out anymore. Making sure you buy a new one. But yeah, besides that, you all take care. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you have any comments, any tips, or anything that I might not know in the comments below. And you all take care. You all have a good one.